The sheer scale of the event, as conveyed through these fragmented yet vivid testimonies, is almost impossible to comprehend. Imagine a world where the sky itself becomes an instrument of destruction, where a blinding light is followed by an inferno, a deafening roar, and a physical force that rips the very landscape apart. These eyewitnesses, whether they were kilometers or hundreds of kilometers away, each experienced a piece of an unfathomable cosmic event. A day when the sky opened up and unleashed hell upon the earth. Their stories, though often colored by time and terror, remain our most direct link to the immediate, terrifying reality of the Tunguska event. They are a chilling reminder of how quickly the familiar can turn to the utterly alien, and how vulnerable our world can be to forces beyond our everyday perception. While the human witnesses spoke of the sky's wrath, their memories etched with blinding light and thunderous roars, the land itself bore a silent, terrifying testimony. The immediate aftermath of the Tunguska event wasn't just a collection of personal traumas, but a cataclysmic reshaping of an entire landscape, leaving behind a wound so profound it would puzzle scientists for a century. As the shock waves subsided and the unnatural nocturnal glow faded from the distant skies, a vast swath of the Siberian taiga, an area covering more than 2,000 square kilometers, lay utterly devastated. This was not merely a forest damaged, but a forest utterly obliterated, transformed into a scene of unimaginable chaos and desolation. Imagine, if you can, standing at the edge of this newly created wasteland in the days and weeks following June 30th, 1908. The air, it thick with the scent of ozone and charred wood, hung heavy and still. What was once an ancient, vibrant ecosystem, teeming with life, had become a graveyard of timber, a silent testament to an unfathomable cosmic power. Millions upon millions of trees, predominantly larch and Scots pine, lay flattened, their mighty trunks snapped like matchsticks. The most striking and consistent feature of this destruction, noted by the first brave explorers years later, was the radial pattern of the fallen trees. From an aerial perspective, it would have looked like an enormous, petrified sunburst, with the epicenter as its heart. Every single tree, for dozens of kilometers in every direction, pointed outwards, away from a central point. A silent arrow, indicating the direction of the immense force that had swept through. To walk through this felled forest would have been an arduous, almost impossible task. The ground was no longer a soft carpet of moss and pine needles, but a treacherous entanglement of splintered wood. Upturned roots and shattered branches piled high like an enormous, impossible game of pickup sticks. The sheer density of this fallen timber created an impenetrable barrier, a chaotic labyrinth of natural destruction. Each step would have been a struggle, each vista an overwhelming panorama of death. The usual sounds of the taiga, the rustle of leaves, the chirping of birds, the distant calls of animals, would have been replaced by an eerie, profound silence. It was a silence that spoke volumes, a chilling absence of the life that had been violently extinguished. Yet, even within this widespread devastation, there was an anomaly that deepened the mystery further. Right at the very heart of the blast, in a smaller, roughly circular area spanning about 8 kilometers, the trees presented a different, equally perplexing sight. Here, the trees were not flattened, but remained standing upright, stripped bare of their branches and bark. They stewed like a multitude of telegraph poles, their dark, denuded trunks pointing skyward. This peculiar telegraph pole forest was a crucial clue, though its significance wouldn't be fully understood for decades. It indicated a direct, downward force at the epicenter, an immense pressure wave that had seared the trees from above, incinerating their foliage and ripping away their limbs, yet leaving their main trunks rooted in the earth. It was as if the very breath had been sucked out of them, leaving behind only their ghost-like forms. The immediate heat generated by the airburst was immense, an inferno born from the sky. While not all areas within the blast zone experienced widespread, persistent fires due to tough damp conditions of the Siberian taiga and permafrost, many localized blazes would have erupted instantly. Estimated to be hot enough to cause third-degree burns on exposed skin, even at a distance of 65 kilometers. Ignited dry moss, deadwood, and resinous trees. These fires, though perhaps not consuming the entire vast expanse, would have added to the immediate infernal spectacle, painting parts of the shattered landscape with the orange and red hues of destruction. The air would have been charged with the smell of burning pine, a acrid smoke lingering for days, mingling with the metallic temps of the blast itself.